Good morning, everybody. I hope you can see me in this morning. Today, it's a little chat. Now, you remember on my video when I was talking about my music collection, I showed you this album. This is an album from a comedy duo. They was famous in Britain in the 70s and 80s, and they was called, as you can see, the Goodies. And on the back there's the three of them pretending to be on concert with a woman tied up, and this was made in 1975. And we, for the people, if you can see them from the light, what's shining on the album cover, that is Timbot Taylor, Beau Oddie and Graham Gardner. Now, Graham Gardner was a doctor. Beau Oddie was into his birds and that. His ornithology or whatever you call it. Now, this little chat is about their TV show. Now, the BBC did a show called The Goodies, if you can see. This was like a comedy thing, and one of their famous ones was, if you can see the picture at the bottom, is the cat on the post office tower in London. And it was a comedy show, and they ran on the BBC for quite a few years. Yeah. I've got all my, I've lost something. That is their song sheet, if you can see it or read it. And it's got even scribbles out. One of their famous songs was Wild. They did a cover version of Wild Thing, and one of their songs, they had quite a few hits in the British charts with In-Betweenies, Make a Noise at Christmas, Funky Given. I've lost one picture what I want to show. That is, there he is. There's the two series. I don't think you can see all the episodes and that. That was the second series, what they did on the BBC. But then they moved over to the ITV, well, London Weekend, and they did a series for them. And this is, if you could see the picture and the cover of them, because these are CDs what I've got of theirs. What I've done, I've took the covers out so you could see the pictures of them. They was quite famous because they was big in the UK, but I don't know if you've seen them anywhere abroad. And they did all comedy things, as you can see from this one. And they was like it was on BBC Two in the 70s, and they was quite well known. They got into charts and made records and that, and then they decided after the last series, that was this one, that was in the late end of the I think it was near the 80s, if I can see. I don't know when they did the last ones and that. And then they went off their different ways. Timbot Taylor carried on being on the TV. Berardi went off and did nature programs and that because he was into bird watching and that. And I don't know what going on. I think he went back to his doctor, you know, because he was a doctor as that. But the show was quite funny. They even did bits like on the BBC where they had a break and they did adverts, and they made up their own little adverts and that. And they had a like a bike, but it was made for freedom. See, you had a tandem, but I don't know if you had what you call if it with 3 people on a bike. But a tandem is when 2 people can ride on the bike. But their difference was they had a bike what made for all 3 of them to ride on it. And their series was quite funny because they started off with different things. They even had an episode about a pirate radio. They did a Christmas one about Jack and Beanstalk. With a giant, what was a little person with a big boot. That was a big lot of fun. So this is where my little chat about these 3 people, as you can see, dressed up in one of their comedy pictures from one of their stories. This one, if you can see. I can show it. That is where they're on the bike, all 3 of them. That's what I was talking about, their bike, because they all 3 of them was on the bike and that, and the different stories and comedy things they got up to, and that's one with them all sitting on a bench. They was really funny in the 70s up to the 80s. And this is where I end my little talk about the goodies. And I hope you enjoy this little chat about the goodies. And I reckon if you can get to listen to some of the music of the goodies, I'm trying to get this so you can see it without getting light on it. With the album, and it's made to stereo. and the singles they made, Funky Given, that was one of their hits, and some Christmas car, Oh Father Christmas Do Not Touch Me, that was another comedy song what they did for Christmas, and Sick Man Blues and that. Well, to finish this little chat, I hope you enjoy my little chat about the goodies and the little history about them. And if you like these little talks, walks and adventures, please subscribe, press the notification and the thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll bring you more interesting facts and fictions and interesting things to you. And I hope you like this one. And I hope you enjoy this channel. And wherever you are in the UK, Europe, or anywhere in the world, you are safe and well. And be kind to each other and look after yourself. And I wish you farewell. And I say bye for now and look after yourselves. That's it, bye. And I will see you next time on the flip side.